listening to Strange Label.
Hello, this is the Chris Brake Show. I am Chris Brake, sitting here with my good friend John Rapp. Jake's late. Let's put this tambourine on the door as per usual. And we got a good show tonight. We're live every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on strangelabel.com. John, I'm wrapped up. Let's do this thing. You know what, John?
Yep.
Do that back and forth thing, like the Big Damn Band. Like the boots, 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 boots.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
All right, let's mix it up. Here we go. I wish I could mix it up, but I don't know how. Is that hard to do? It doesn't look like that's going too good. My bad.
No, it's just the angle of sitting.
I guess maybe I should have given you a heads up so you could have got configured. I just want to remind everybody that John Rapp is using his left foot for the bass and the right foot for the hi-hat.
It's tricky.
Yeah. Let's start the show by saying congratulations to Darrin Snider from Indy in Tune. You hear us talk about him all the time. We thank him at the end of the show every single time. And I got a newspaper here. A NUVO. Let me put this fucking ukulele down. We're getting off to a rough start, man. Oh, now my headphones fell off. Holy crap. Well, at least we're here. That's all I can say. You know? That's more than we can say for Jake or Nicole.
We're here live.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on strangelabel.com. And I want to say congratulations to Darrin Snider, because he received from NUVO a Cultural Vision Award. He is an Indiana visionary and a trailblazer.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're on Indy in Tune, so that makes us a part of this. I'm happy to say that I am very happy for Darrin Snider.
He's been doing
that
it for
son
a long
of a bitch
time.
deserves it. Yeah. Indy in Tune, 24/7 local music. In fact, I think I'm going to read the whole article here, if that's okay with you.
He deserves it, man. 30 years or something he's been doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about time. That's what I say.
Nicole says she's available.
Nice.
Here we go. When Darrin Snider started local podcast network and streaming radio station Indy in Tune 10 or so years ago, the podcast boom was years off. Now, he's a local scene godfather who estimates that he's hosted and interviewed upwards of 400 bands.
Hello?
Hey, Nicole. Oh, hey, Nicole.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. Yeah, our guy here that runs our station, Indy in Tune, got a Cultural Vision Award. I'm in the middle of reading this article.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a local scene godfather who estimates he's hosted and interviewed upwards of 400 bands and 1,000 local musicians in his home studio. Which that's crazy
wow.
to me. This guy, I won't bring anybody into my house. You know, I won't. Like I'm barely okay bringing the almighty spit over here. You know. And Dale J. Gordon wants to come over. You know, from Nashville and stay. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I could do that. You know, I'm in a weird place. But yeah, but this guy, he had subliminal hatred in his house. You got to have balls who bring subliminal hatred into your house. The crazy metal guy. Shout out to Matt Powell. But here we go. Snider, an analyst and project manager by day, offers 24/7 streaming local music on IndyInTune.com and programs a huge variety of podcasts and streaming shows, broadcast out of his studio and from locations all over Indy. Indy in Tune features shows like Local Is Our Genre, The Chris Brake Show, Woo! Brother Beercast, Blind Pig Confessions, Whiskey on the Rails, Music and Martinis for Mutts, Live from Studio B, and an ever-growing list of more. Let's give a shout-out to Radio Free Indy while we're at it. What are you doing, Darrin?
Radio Free Indy.
Indy in Tune coordinates local live music shows like Radiothon. The 2016 Radiothon featured 14 hours of live radio broadcasting and 18 live acts on 3 different stages at Sinking Ship 2, all in support of the, I'm going to mess this name up bad. All in support of the Talitha Quam, let's say Quam. All in support of the Talitha Quam Women's Recovery Home. Indian Tunes network of connected musicians, broadcasters, bloggers, and bookers is vast, energetic, and hyper-local focused. And I will contest that hyper-local focused. You know? Like he's got, we'll ask about this. We got to get him on. He's had the chance to interview some decent names, and he turned them down because they were not local acts. You know? Like he's a firm believer in keeping it local. Check out the Local is Our Genre podcast. Hello?
Yeah.
Is Darrin there? Oh, no? John's shaking his head. What's that noise? Nicole, what are you doing? You shopping for groceries? Are you on the bus?
I was hoping you didn't hear that. Yeah, I actually am.
What bus are you on?
The New York bus. A local bus.
It's intimidating when you go to New York when you're from the Midwest. Because in Indianapolis, our public transportation sucks, you know, so nobody takes it.
Oh, really? You don't have over here? It's like every 15 minutes they come.
Oh, yeah. No, we don't. Like, if I want to take the bus, say I want to go downtown or something, which I'm only like a 20-minute drive from down. Well, if that. John, how long does it take to get downtown from here?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Yeah. No highways or anything, you know, straight shot. And
straight shot.
Yeah, just one road. But so it should be pretty easy for buses and stuff like that. But no, if you want to catch a bus, you got to hike like at least a half a mile, maybe a mile to a stop, which is, you know, it's a pretty far walk. And then you have to wait for who knows how long because they're always off. The time is horrible. In fact, we had David Ali on here just one time explaining. He's a local comic book artist, explaining how horrible it is trying to get around this city with public transportation. You know, when I lived in Woodridge, a suburb of Chicago, you know, maybe take an hour to drive, you know, to the city, but then you got to pay to park. But maybe even longer than an hour. But they had trains, you know, so I could just drive like 2-minute drive to the train station, park my car, hop on a train, and sit on there for 45 minutes for $2 and drink alcohol.
I think we're on with Darrin.
Darrin?
Nope.
Nope.
It says we are.
Oh, no. This happens to us all the time. Nicole's here just fine. Right?
Now she's not. Maybe we should restart the Skype.
Maybe. We might have lost the internet connection with that good old AT&T. That's what I think happened. Nope, we have internet connection. Man, look at us. See, this is why we didn't get the award.
This is out of our control. We got the Skype up. We pressed the right buttons.
Dude, I'm sweating bullets over here. And not because not because I'm nervous. I don't get nervous at these things. I used to get nervous right off the bat.
Hello?
Oh, Darrin Snider.
Hello?
Nicole.
Well, I've been listening to you for the last 5 minutes. Apparently, you haven't been able to hear me.
Oh.
You were talking about the $2 to get on the train, and then you couldn't figure out where I was, and that's why you didn't get the award. What? I'm here. What's going on, man?
Congratulations, sir.
Hey, thanks, man. You
deserved it.
Yeah, that's the award for not giving up when you should have.
Yeah. So what you got? I'm curious what that award is, because it looked like describe what it looks like.
I call it the crystal hockey puck.
Nice.
Yeah. So what?
Pretty much. Yeah. It's a disc. It's about 1 inch thick and about 3.5 inches around.
And you don't get a plaque?
No, I'm gonna have to mount it myself and put it on a shelf or something.
Yeah. Darrin? How do you put that on the wall?
I've got a little shadow box. I'm going to put it in there and then put something so it doesn't roll away, I guess.
Oh, that's pretty good. And
it took 10 years for NUVO to recognize me, so I'll take whatever I can get from them, you know.
And you got a nice write-up by your girl, Kat Copeland?
Yeah, she's my new best friend.
Yeah.
That's very cool, Darrin. Congratulations. You deserve far more than this. Hopefully that's just the start, right?
It's been 10 years. Maybe it's time to move on, but that's cool.
It's time to kick it up a notch.
Either or, yeah. It's just telling me, it's time to move to another chapter and do something bigger, I guess, yeah.
I see music festivals in your future.
I've done those.
Really? I know you
well,
do.
I did the radiothon stuff, and then I got the pod concert stuff.
You're right. You have experience.
Maybe a giant outdoor festival or something. That might be fun.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that'd be good. You should team up with that Brad Odom and let him let you use his parents' backyard.
Brad's a great guy. That's a great festival. Odom Fest is awesome.
Yeah, I had a incident. There was some LSD once. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, but I wasn't allowed to tell any of the family.
Tell us about that.
Well, I wasn't allowed to tell the family members, He's like, yeah.
Somehow I feel my clean living is just costing me a whole lot of fun with the local music scene, I guess.
Well, I don't know if I was invited back, no.
Oh. Well, that's the trick about Odom Fest. Every year is probably the last one we're going to have, and then every year it gets bigger, so.
Yeah, it was a good time. But I got in that state where, I'm sitting around the campfire and I got this accordion, but I don't know how to play an accordion. Plus I'm tripping, and these guys are like, oh, come on, play something. And I'm looking at them, and I for some reason I just assumed everybody knew I was tripping. So I was saying things like, oh yeah, right, buddy. You think I can play this thing right now in this state? And like they probably just thought I was a weirdo.
So that was your excuse for not being able to play accordion. Can you play accordion normally?
No.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I can play a couple notes at a time.
You can play the Godfather theme.
I tried to play the accordion. I'm a keyboard player, and I couldn't figure out a damn accordion. That's a whole nother level of talent you got to have.
Well, you'd probably be pretty good at it.
I've tried. Like I said, it's heavy, and I got to watch. It's a whole different thing going on with the left hand, and yeah.
Well, next time we come over there, which it's been a long time, I will bring my accordion.
It has. You need to come by sometime. I miss you guys.
And let you try it out. It's pretty easy. You just
right.
Once you figure out, I labeled it. I labeled the left-hand buttons. So once you see how they're laid out, it's very simple.
Okay.
The bass buttons, but it is kind of like trying to write two different sentences with your left and your right hand at the same time.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now bagpipes. Someone bring me bagpipes. I want to learn bagpipes.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good.
I'd be in demand. I'd be the only bagpipe player in town. Everybody want me on their album.
There's a couple firefighters. You see them on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, you're right.
There's probably just one.
It's one. The rest of them they have muted bagpipes. There's one guy playing all that. It's just the rest of them are there for show. Right. That'll be good.
You talk about not giving up. I'm impressed that for 10 years you've kept it local this entire time.
Oh yeah.
Like, who have you? I mean, you've gotten the chance to interview decent people who are not local, right?
I've turned down a few that was actually because it was fun. Kat and I went out and I did an interview with her for about an hour.
Oh,
and
nice.
There went your sound quality. What happened there? There we go. But yeah, and we were talking about things like that. It was like I had a chance to interview Danny Carey from Tool.
Whoa!
See what I'm saying?
Whoa!
Because he was coming to town and his promoter called me and it's like, I'll get you backstage passes. You can interview him. It's like, yeah, I'm doing a show that night. I really would love to. I love Tool. I love Danny. I got a thing going on that night. Any other night.
Wow. You turned down Danny Carey from Tool.
I know.
For local music.
Local music. That's awesome. We
did get the gal from Berlin, Terry Nunn. We did interview her. That was okay. It's every once in a while because they just look for local music blogs and they hit me up and it's like, great, so your guy's coming to town, so I'm going to write the same story the guy from the last town wrote. It's not really worth your time. At least this way we're getting original content no one else has.
That's awesome, Darrin.
You got to write the David Lindquist version.
Yeah, I could be controversial and just hate on somebody, I guess. I can't do that. And I respect them for being able to do that. That's why I don't do reviews. I'm not going to go out and say anything bad about anybody. I'd have to live with them the next day. They're my drinking buddies. Come on.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed is that I've never heard you say anything bad about a local act ever. I
have, but it was a band that I happened to play in, so I felt that was justified. I wasn't bad about him. I teased Tim Spainhour relentlessly on his interview, and everyone, you were really harsh with him. I was like, I played those songs on stage with him. I can make fun of those songs. It's okay.
Now, have you seen Seamstress Scavengers?
No.
Okay.
Who's this?
That's somebody you might have something bad to say about.
Well, no, because I would. You'll watch. If I don't like the band, I'll talk about how fun the guys are to hang out with, or they had really good. Their tone was good, or something. I'll find something.
How about
like.
he really creeped me out and offended me?
Then I would refer to that as quirky, and I really appreciate quirky people, that kind of thing.
I don't appreciate what he did to my friend who's a female.
Oh, okay.
I think
that was consensual, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. There are two instances of that, and somehow those articles got lost. I can't find them. I just haven't had time to rewrite them. Sorry, man.
Well, John?
I had a hard drive crash. I lost your interview. Sorry.
Oh, really? That's what you say to the guy. Oh,
don't let him play.
It's happened a couple times that somebody's really pissed off a friend of mine, and I can't, in good conscience, give them any kind of promotion.
This guy Darrin, somehow you got overlooked, all these years, but this is the kingpin of local music in Indianapolis.
He really is. Everybody knows who he is, except for David Lindquist.
If you don't know who he is,
but he says he knows me. That's what's cool about it. He goes, "Yeah, I know those guys." I'm like, I've never met you, Dave. I've seen you twice and waved at you. That was about it.
So you're a status symbol. You got to know. Oh yeah, I know. Darrin. Yeah, of course. He's only heard about it.
I'd said it to Kat. She said, "I'm surprised we haven't met before." And I'm like, I've probably never seen you at a show I'm at. It's either a very big scene or you don't go to a lot of local shows. So I don't know.
Ooh.
I was nice. Oh, I wasn't meaning it that way, but
I know
she's into the regional thing. Who's big coming to town more than I'm like, who's in town playing something big.
Now, just so in case it sounded like we said something bad about Seamstress Scavenger, John, I just want to backpedal and say that what you said, it's actually the complete opposite.
Yeah, it probably is. Like right? She did that to him.
Yeah, you're saying, he didn't do anything inappropriate.
Yeah, I did kind of make.
And for some reason, I was talking to that guy Vern for a regular basis. You know what I mean? And I have no idea why or how, but somehow we exchanged phone numbers, and I would just, I do that. I'm the type of guy, Darrin, that we should do this sometime. I'm the type of guy who will call you or get called by you and talk to you in hour blocks. At late at night. I'm that guy.
Oh yeah,
and some
I have people like that.
Somehow Seamstress Scavenger, he's one of those guys too, and we started doing that. I never hung out with this guy ever, except for its shows. And
all right. And that's perfectly fine, but do not call me at 2 a.m. to talk to me for an hour because you're having a psychotic episode.
No, it's usually like, hey, what's up?
Darrin, you're like my only friend. You got it so together. I'm falling apart. My life's a mess. Well, I was like, I don't need that at 2 a.m. You want to call up and shoot the shit about music or whatever at 2 a.m. I'm good.
We'll find something. Like my buddy Rick.
Exactly.
My buddy Rick, I talked to him for, usually about documentaries, movies, and mainly recording, how to record. Lots of recording talk. And usually a lot of talk about philosophy and mental illness talk. That's usually what we talk to. And then
let's do that. We'll set a date for that. That'll be fine.
With Dale J, it's usually like about Mark Twain and stuff like that. It's all different. We'll figure something out.
I could go Kerouac or the Hunter S. Thompson, any of the Beats or the early '60s writers. I could talk that. That's fine.
Oh yeah. Did you? Hey, let's get started right now. Did you know I was at Hunter S. Thompson's funeral?
You were?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I drove there. Took 20 hours.
Oh, you just you crashed it.
Yeah, his celebration.
The way you said it sounded like you were like drunk on a beach somewhere, and all of a sudden Hunter S. Thompson's funeral appeared around you, and you were like suddenly there.
No,
you planned to be there.
Yeah, I was in the Rocky Mountains, up on the edge of Woody Creek Canyon.
Okay.
Yeah, and
that's cool.
This guy, the editor, this guy's named Chris, the editor of Bassmaster Magazine, some ESPN publication.
Bassmaster Magazine.
Yeah, he taught us how to snort coke off the floorboard of a car.
That's a talent you really need to have to get far in life there, yeah.
Okay, that's all. I'm confiscating this whole thing.
This fits in with a conversation I was just having before you called. This is good.
Oh, really? You were talking about doing lines?
In a manner of speaking, yeah.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty cool.
And I'm a pretty straight-laced guy, so,
Oh, man. Well, Darrin, thank you so much for coming on and letting us kiss your ass for a little bit. And
yeah, I hate that, by the way. Can we all go back to being normal next week? Because this fame thing, I don't do it well.
We'll have to come by for sure, man. Do another another session.
I'm a hermit. I never leave the house. Like Darrin, don't take offense.
Out of pocket all month, but yeah, July, let's set something up.
Cool.
I don't hang out with my best friends. So don't take anything offensive if you don't see me very often.
You're like me. It's just whoever shows up.
That's exactly how I am. I don't go
I have
anywhere.
my routine. I tell people where I'm going to be if you want to come by, but I don't make plans and no.
Where are you at now? Claude and Annie's?
No, actually, Claude and Annie's is kind of, we're having an argument. I'm at Toucan's Tiki Bar just up the street. Watching some lovely girls play volleyball in spandex. I find it's much better than Claude and Annie's. It's kind of therapeutic.
That's live?
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's live. There's 5 courts, and they're playing on them right now, yeah.
Thank God for yoga pants, you know?
Whoever invented that, I owe them a drink or two, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. So wait, you're living the life, man. You just got a crystal hockey puck, and now you're sitting there watching girls play volleyball in spandex.
Yeah, I'm going to go home to the mannequin. We're going to have a bottle of wine later. It's going to be a good Wednesday night.
Darrin has
that's hilarious.
Nicole, Darrin has a mannequin that he uses to display the merchandise and stuff. Like his t-shirts.
Yeah, you tell yourself that, right? Yeah.
yeah. But he posts some really creepy photos online with this mannequin.
That thing sneaks up on him.
Truth to be told, I bought the mannequin to be a little bit creepy. So
I'm a big fan of that mannequin.
Everyone has decided it's a sort of a defense mechanism. I don't like people to get too attached to me, so I try to be a little bit creepy, to be just a little bit off-putting, but not too off-putting to people. So yeah, I have a mannequin, and we're friends now. So yeah,
I have a mannequin.
I live alone. It's a big house. You got to have a companion.
You got to see those pictures. We'll maybe post them on the blog. Those are cracking me up. I was telling Chris.
All right. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. Not everybody knows this because it's a joke I save for like special occasions when someone calls a bluff. NAMMLA.org. .com. NAMMLA.com. North American Association of Mannequin Love.
Is that a real thing?
It is a real thing.
Is that a real thing?
It's a website I built, and I save it like I have about a half a dozen sites, and I'll just bring something like that up. They'll go, "That's not real." I go, "Look it up."
Yeah.
So you can look up the North American Association of Mannequin Love. That's my website, and that's got all the pictures you're looking for on it.
Check it out, guys.
Yeah, I really enjoy that. It has. It's got the famous picture of Darrin tying his tie.
Yes, I Easter egg my life this way, so I can always tell a joke, and there's a website to back me up. That's one of them. I'll give you that one because you appreciate the mannequin.
Oh, how many more do you have?
About 6.
Wait, do you really?
Yeah.
I've got a mannequin head sitting here in my room.
Well, I mean, I have one mannequin. I have 6 websites for various in-jokes and things like that.
I'm a big fan. My buddy has wegotrats.com.
Rats.com?
Wegotrats.com.
I'm totally looking that up when I get off phone with you.
wegotrats.com.
Nice.
Yeah. We don't have it. Our friend has it.
That actually should be my next one. I should form a fan site for an 80s band that never did anything, like Helix or something that had like one hit.
Oh, that would
and
be
have
amazing.
Like the ultimate fan site for them and see if like that gets any attention.
I bet it would.
I need a good time waster like that. I need a little stupid project, just a nonsense project. Well, maybe it's called the Chris Break Show.
It is. It's kind of what I do on Saturday mornings. Yeah, I'll put together the ultimate Kit Winger fan site, even though I don't know anything about Kit Winger. You know.
I cannot believe how productive you are, considering how much you drink. Or is that just a show?
I'm more productive when I drink. What do you mean? It's how we work. We're high-functioning alcoholics.
Yeah, Darrin, you're up late, up early, making mannequin websites, like like running a radio station.
What a productive dude!
Putting on shows. You have a full-time job.
Making mannequin websites.
Yeah. Well, 10:30 in the morning Saturday, you're listening to the Chris Break Show on IndyAndTune.com. You got to do something while that's going on.
Now, have you considered following up with this horse craze that's been happening? The Wal-Mart and the Taylor Swift .horse, Would you consider buying mannequin.horse and just posting a picture?
Mannequin.horse? And could I get horse-shaped mannequins? That would be a good idea. I bet they exist.
Oh, man. My mind is picturing naughty stuff.
Or a giant ceramic horse that my mannequin could sit on. That would be good.
I enjoy it. You know what? You need to find, they probably don't have them anymore, but you need to take your mannequin, outside of Kroger, they used to have those penny horses, You could ride. You need to find one of those. I don't know if they're around anymore. It's something you thought was always there until it's not.
There's one at the Meyer in Noblesville. My daughter loves it.
All right, take your mannequin.
Every time
over there.
I check out, she's got to go get on the penny horse. Yeah.
Yeah, take the mannequin over there, and I want to see mannequin.horse.
Mannequin.horse. This is good, Chris. This is why I like talking to you. We get the best ideas just brainstorming like this. We need to form a company. Let's do something.
All right, I'm down.
You need a spin-off show or something.
The answer is always yes. You got to tell yourself that. At least I do. Yeah, spin-off show sounds good. We were talking about doing that.
Yeah, I'm good. I've only got 3 podcasts. I could take on a couple more.
Yeah, you need it. Yeah, you're running low.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Okay, so you got the Indian Tune podcast, then you got
Indian Tune. Local is our genre.
Local is our genre. I know that one.
Right now, it's doing the history of Indianapolis music from 1864 to the present.
Wait? Whoa! What's that?
It's a history of Indianapolis music podcast.
What's that called?
Doing Local is our genre. Last year it was all about music marketing. But we ran out of topics. So we changed the theme every year.
Oh, that's awesome! I haven't listened to the new ones.
Yeah, we're on a break. We're kind of going back to the old format for a couple weeks while we continue to read books and research. But yeah, the first 5 or 6 episodes this year are all about Indianapolis music in the 1920s, the 1930s, when radio was just coming in, and it was all Indiana Avenue jazz clubs and things like that.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen to that.
We're trying to relate it to how it is now. Like musicians back then made $5 a week, but that's the equivalent of $20,000 a year if they had a steady job. So we're kind of relating things like that.
Wow.
But,
I love my dad talking about. My dad always talks about the old music scene around here. He loved that guy, Bill Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with him. I've heard him talk about some TP room. He was talking, or TP something, tent. What's it called? I don't know.
Probably haven't gotten to that one yet. We got kind of right around World War II, and then there was a whole lot of stuff we were researching. It's like, I need to read this book. Let's take a couple weeks off while I finish this book, and then we can go back and talk about it.
Do you have any good rockumentaries? That's a good word. I can use that. Do you have any good documentaries to watch that involve Indianapolis or Indianapolis music? I know I saw the Naptown Radio Wars, and that was awesome. Do you know anything like that?
Oh, no.
Exists?
What is that? Oh, hold on. I got to do that one because I love to talk about old Indianapolis radio. There's a documentary about it?
Oh, yeah. It's called Naptown Radio Wars. It's about pirate
Netflix
stations.
Or the library?
It's about the yuck guys.
I think you can watch it online, maybe? Or
yeah, we found it online.
It's on PBS, wasn't it?
Yeah, it runs on PBS every once in a while.
I'm going to find that then, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I think I found it online.
Yeah, so anything with the history of radio broadcasting, I'm all about it.
Yeah,
I will find that. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll fucking love that, man. It goes from AM to FM, and the pirate stations are the funniest.
Yeah.
It's all local dudes.
We're all pirates originally.
Man, get those guys on your show. That'd be an amazing fit.
Oh.
Invite them over. Because we looked at those guys up.
Are these guys like 80 now or something? Or
40, 50, 60?
15, 60, yeah. It all took place in the 70s. It was right around the time from the switch from AM to FM.
Okay, late 60s, early 70s, yeah.
Yeah. And it was just,
and FM was your cool, jazzy, long playing, and AM was still top 40 and all that stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. I mean, it's a really entertaining documentary. Those guys are nuts.
That's a great idea. Thank you, man. I will definitely try to find those guys then.
I can't believe you haven't seen it. So do you have any anything like? Do you have anything like that I should watch?
Lately, no. I mostly read. If you have television, you actually have to sit and stop and watch television. So for me, it's radio and reading. That way, I can still be productive.
Yeah, I stopped reading a long time ago, but now I've been like watching 2 or 3 documentaries a day. I'm on a documentary kick. So if anybody has any documentary ideas, send them to chrisbreakshow@gmail.com or Twitter us.
Have you seen World War II in color? That's kind of interesting.
I think I tried to watch that. I'll write that down. I tried to watch that. Yeah,
it was all the old World War II stuff, but they do it, they colorize it and make it look modern and clean it up. So it looks like something that happened yesterday. It's kind of a whole new dimension.
I think I need to go back and watch those ones that Tom Hanks and what's his name, the name dropper guy from Corolla's show always does. The like the 80s and the 90s, the 70s, the 60s, those awesome. CNN ones, those are pretty good.
Yeah, good idea.
All right. Well, Darrin, again, congratulations, man. We've got a guest we've got to get on. Who's
that?
He's another guy who runs an internet station.
Really? Who is it?
Oh,
Chuck.
Anybody I know?
Chuck Crenshaw.
No.
He's in Louisiana, and he had his neck removed.
What?
Yeah.
That's gotta, like, intentionally, or?
Yeah. He had he got disabled or something, and he got paralyzed. And, yeah.
Well, I look forward to hearing the playback on that one then.
Me too. All right, man. Thanks for coming on. Congratulations, and keep to 10 more years.
Let's hook up and do another crossover sometime in July.
That sounds good to me. John, you driving?
Yeah.
Oh, we can meet somewhere in the middle.
There's no need for that. All right, take it easy, man.
All right, see you, buddy.
Take care.
Night.
Yeah, I like that guy. That was like it feels like the energy just got drained out now.
The disco music stuff.
Woo! Yeah, we need some disco music.
Oh, I have a sound clip I want to play.
Oh, Nicole won't be able to hear it.
It's 20 seconds.
All right, let's hear it. Go.
Oh, it's in Spanish.
We'll play it anyway.
Porque pessoas como você nunca conseguiram acabar com ele. Eles nunca dobraram o espírito dele. Ele nunca desistiu, nunca se entregou e nunca se vendeu. Até o seu último suspiro. Ele não está morto. Caras como ele vivem para sempre.
Well, I mean, that was something. That's the best segue I've ever heard on the show. Wait, I have a sound clip to play.
It's like it's someone saying why he likes Joey Ramone so much, and I was playing it like in relation to Darrin. You know, it was like he's talking about like this guy never gave up. He didn't quit. You know, he never gives up, never died. You know, guys like that, they don't die, man. They live forever.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, well, that's what he just said, but in Spanish.
Nicole, do you speak Spanish?
No.
People like
un poquito.
Whoa, hey now. What does that mean?
people like you never managed to grind him down. That's part of it.
All right, well, let's hear it, John.
I don't have it.
Oh. I was going to give you some reverb.
Let me see if I can.
Ooh, that's not reverb. Check. No, I got nothing, man. Okay. Don't we have a guest coming up, John?
Yeah, Chuck Crenshaw.
Where is he? Nicole, are you ready to talk to this gentleman?
Yes, I am.
They never stole his spirit. He never gave in. He never gave up. He never sold out right up to his last breath. And he's not dead. Guys like that live forever. Darrin Snider.
All right. Now we're going to speak to Chuck Crenshaw. I want us all to have this effect on our voice, if that's okay with you. Hey, where the hell's Jake at? That guy's running kind of late. I need to find a good one. Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right. Is it okay if we do the rest of the show like this? Let me find a good one. All right. This is legit, right?
I think so.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
Nicole.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
Oh, nothing. I finished my ride.
Oh, back home.
Back home. Ready for the next guest.
We're all waiting on you, John. John! Woo! Woo! Nicole, my girl, these are words that don't go together. Coming up, we have Chuck Crenshaw. That's Chuck Crenshaw. Teaching and training future show hosts. I believe what happened is when this guy contacted us, or we saw him, it appeared as if he was trying to come onto a show, because that's where he went to say, hey, I want to come onto a show. But instead, he posted words that lead me to believe that he wants a show to play on his station and not necessarily, because he says, interview me about show hosting. Why do you want a radio show of your own? When can you see your future as a show host? Can you manage a show for yourself? Can you handle the publicity? If you have your own show already, give me a call. houseproductionandrecording.com. houseproductionandrecording.com.
In-house.
In-house production and recording.com.
Yeah, we're calling him.
Need show host for our radio station. We need to interview a potential show podcast host for our station. We make it easy to get your own show up and running.
He said he'd never used Skype before. Do you want to just try to call him?
He's never used Skype?
That's what he said.
Is it not working?
Yeah, it's not working.
Well, that's some bullshit, isn't it? What's he doing? What's he doing?
John, what's he doing? John, what does it say?
John. I'm calling him, and it's
Hello.
it says he's online, and I'm calling him, and I'm getting the little 3 dots, which mean you're calling him.
Maybe he's not at his computer. We should call him on the phone and say, hey, we're calling you on Skype, brosif. But we told him 8:10 p.m. Eastern time, and he said, I'm in Central time, so what time should that be? So John had to translate Eastern to Central. John, what kind of bubble gum are you enjoying?
I think it's Dentine Ice. We're calling him on the phone, Nicole. I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, no, I can't hear that. Oh.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Chuck Crenshaw.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Oh, I thought we were going to leave a message.
I always cut it off because I probably end up saying something we regret, or he'll try to call during it and it'll mess it up or something.
Oh. All right, well. Chuck, man. How's your business? How am I supposed to trust you with my business? See, now look, here we go. Darrin Snider, he's the man. Nicole, you the man. You know why? Because you guys answered. You were there. Jake, the fuck is this guy? Says he's going to be late.
He sent you a message?
Yeah. At like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The son of a bitch. See, right now, we could say, hey, Jake, do you got a stupid person of the week story for us? You know, I got an idea. I always have the best ideas.
What's that?
I'm just going to call Jake. Where's Chuck at? Is Chuck flaking on us? You think that's what happened?
No.
John, before this show's over, you got to tell your joke. I mean, not your joke. No, never mind. Forget about it.
Hey.
Where the hell are you, dude?
I'm on my way. I was just about to text you.
Oh. I miss you.
I know. I heard.
What? That's creepy.
Yeah, I was listening.
That's pretty good. That's pretty swell of you, Jake. I don't think a lot of other podcast hosts would do that. Do you hear that?
What?
Do you hear that, Mike Moore?
What?
Do you hear that, Napier? Jake is not here, and he's listening to the show live.
Yes, I am.
All right, Jake. I'll see you in a bit.
All right. I'll be blowing through the door.
All right. Blowing through the door. I don't know how that gay slang. I stole that joke. Nicole.
Yeah.
Have you found true love yet?
No, I haven't found true love yet. In fact, I went out and I brought a cat.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty awesome. I hate cats.
Yeah.
I absolutely despise cats.
Why?
Because the only ones I met are overweight and angry and mean.
Aww.
Those are the only ones I've spent a lot of time with. I have run into some nice friendly cats that just come up and want a pet, and you know, you can play with them and they won't bite you or claw the shit out of you. I enjoy dogs. So you got a cat? Is it a kitten?
No, I didn't get a kitten. She's about 2 years old, 3 years old.
You know, is it a feral cat? You're not pulling.
Well, I went to rescue her because I didn't want to buy one. I wanted to save one. But yeah, she follows me all around.
That's pretty good. She doesn't knock stuff off?
No, she doesn't knock anything off. She just follows me.
Does she I had a cat who, well, I didn't have it. I had to cat sit it. It was horrible. It bit me a couple times.
No.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even do anything. The cat just, he's an asshole. He's overweight. And what he liked to do is he refused to drink water out of the thing. You'd have to run it in the sink, you know?
Oh, yeah. I've seen a cat do that before.
But he was too overweight to get up there.
No.
Yeah, so he was fine doing it, but then he became too overweight. And, yeah, so, how
did he end up drinking water?
Well, I was too afraid to pick him up, you know, because he was an asshole. So I would just, you know, like put my feet on, you know, I'd like give him a boost, you know, I'd put, you know what I mean? Like I'd lift up his back legs.
Oh, well, that was nice of you. Maybe it was a love bite.
Nah, I was sleeping, and I think no, wait, no, that was the dog. No, I don't know. This thing I was sleeping, and it got stuck between the wall and the bed.
No.
And I just woke up to right in my ear. And I immediately flew out of the bed and busted up my knee real bad. It was horrible.
No, really?
I don't like those cats. Someone's calling. I like how John's just over there picking his nails. He's not doing shit.
Hello.
Hello, Chuck.
This is Chuck. Yeah.
What's up? Is he connected with
phone?
Oh, phone. Hey, what's up, buddy? Can we get you on Skype?
Yeah. Hold on, just a minute. Let me. I don't know how to do this exactly. How do I?
You are live on strangelabel.com every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Chris Break Show.
Chuck, we're going to call you, or we're going to add you to a call. So you should be getting a call on Skype right now.
Get it right now.
All right. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Clear.
That's great. How y'all doing?
Whoa. What's going on there?
There's some kind of clicking noise.
Yeah, that was my phone ending. I don't know how it got picked up. I guess by the microphones.
Sounds good now.
All right, How do you become an awesome radio host?
How do you become an awesome radio host? Well, first of all, you got to have the want to and the will and the survival kit to go with it, and that's the heart to do it.
What if you suck and you have the will and desire? How do you become better?
How do you become better? You listen to a lot more shows, and you take for granted what other people's shows are like, and you try to improve upon the best.
Hold on. No,
all right, I'm holding on.
Oh, well, you can come back now.
Okay,
now,
I'm coming back.
John told me that you had your neck removed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure did.
What?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago? What is that? I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, I broke my neck back in 1992 and never done anything about it. I was gone for like 3 days before I even knew that it was broke. And I would lose my legs once a year, and I'd go get a strong shot, and it would cure me for, I don't know, 6 or 7, 8 months, and I'd be back on my feet and working and carrying on until about 3 years ago. And then they said there wasn't nothing else they could do for me but take it out and wish for the best, and that's what I done. So now I'm back on my feet, though. That's one good thing.
How do they? What does that do when they take your neck out? How do they? What is that? Like,
it's bridges and bolts, screws, and man, I'm more metal than anything. I'm a robot, I guess you could say.
So does that? Do you look like an owl?
Oh, right. This is what you get when you stick your neck out for other people.
What does that mean?
It's just, you stick around long enough and helping other people, and you get your neck broke out and metal put back in.
If you help people, you get your neck broken?
I guess that's what it takes.
Who are you helping?
No, I was doing my job. I was toting sheetrock when it broke.
You broke your back for the man?
Yeah, I broke my back for the man, might as well say.
Work them fingers to the bone.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. So how does that affect your way of life after your neck gets removed? Is that no big deal, or do you just look kind of different?
No, you don't look no different. Well, I say you don't. I guess I've gone down since I've had my neck removed, but I have had to relearn to walk and use my arms, and it affected me from neck down. And
wait, so
the doctor said he couldn't say anything about my head because he didn't know what it was like in the first place.
Now so how did they? So they removed your neck and then it paralyzed you?
Yes, it left me paralyzed for about.
Did you know that was going to happen?
Well, I had no choice. I was going to be paralyzed either way, so I took my chances on being. That's one of the reasons it took me so long to actually do anything about it, because I was afraid of being paralyzed. And but when it got down to the choice of doing it or being paralyzed for the rest of my life, I decided I think I'd better take my chances on getting it removed. And it was actually worse than what they thought when they got in there. And it was supposed to have been like 3 discs they were going to take out, and they ended up taking it out from the ball of my head all the way down to the middle of my backbone.
I don't know what any of this means, but this sounds crazy. Excuse me.
That's no problem. You ain't got no problem.
So what are you?
So how are y'all doing, man?
I'm good.
All right?
Yeah, I'm just hanging. I'm hanging in here.
That's great. That's great.
I'm gonna go see Bob Dylan in about a month or so.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna pay for tickets. I'm just gonna sit outside, put up a chair, get a little flask, get a flask.
That'll work.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Yeah, fill the flask though before you go.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling too old. I used to go over there and jump the fence, but I'm feeling a little too old to do that now. So.
Hey, no jumping the fence no more, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Right. Well, y'all got a great sounding system back there, man. How do y'all do y'all's recordings?
How do we do our radio show?
Yeah. You have a great sounding system there.
Oh, you want to know the specifics, the details?
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind.
Secrets.
The secrets. That's right.
I don't think it sounds that good, to be honest with you. But
It sounds awesome, man. On my end of it, it does.
I can't. I'm trying to read what I'm on here. I am on a Behringer Euro Rack.
Right? Man, I support Behringer.
It's about the cheapest mixer that could handle my needs that I could find.
Oh, I understand that totally.
I enjoy it. And then.
Oh, yes.
And we're all using like $30, $20 mics, Samsons.
Exactly. Right.
And SHS. And then the only Shure, which I'm told is the best mic in here, is sitting in the corner not being utilized.
Right.
Yeah. That's how we do it on the Chris Break Show. And then this is being run through a RCA outs of the board is running into the old ass Mac.
Right.
Laptop that I bought from Dr. Robert's sister for like $400 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And it was already a couple years old then. The thing's super outdated. Pretty soon, I'm sure it will stop working. And then we are talking to you and Nicole through a separate computer that was my cousin was giving away or throwing away. She was going to take it to Goodwill. But instead, it came over here. And that is free and cheap is how we do it.
Well, that's the best way to go about it. I've got the same thing on my end. I've got a Behringer Europower, and I've got it hooked up to an M DJ mixer, which I guess is a podcast mixer. And then it's hooked up to a Behringer speakers, my external speakers, and I've got a little flat screen TV sitting in front of me so I don't spill nothing on my computer laptop, which is which I just replaced because I spilled a glass of tea on it.
Oh, another thing I left out, Chuck, is we are using headphones,
right?
But we're all using our own.
Oh, okay.
Everybody just brings their own.
Glad to hear that. Right.
Because who can afford that shit?
Not me.
Right.
Oh, Jake's using the $5 headphones.
Yep, forgot mine tonight.
This is very boring talk, Chuck. I don't think anybody wants to hear about this.
Well, you were explaining to me how to be a great show host, I thought.
Oh, I don't know anything about being a great show host.
Oh, okay. You was asking me. I thought you was asking me to tell you how you do it.
No. Well, how do you do it? I don't know. I think you already answered the question, though.
I answered part of it because that's the only part I knew.
Well, that's a start to being the great show.
That's right. You don't go no further than what you know.
I usually end up pissing off some of our guests, like.
Hey, that's easy.
So I don't know if that makes me a good host, because last week our guest, remember Nicole, he just disappeared in the middle of the show, and he never called back or didn't answer his call. We emailed him twice, nothing.
Well, I would have said I lost my phone bill, but no, I'm not gonna hang up on you, man. It's I've had my neck removed. I don't hang up on nobody.
We had a doctor hang up on us once. He got really upset.
A doctor?
Yeah, because we were talking about penis.
And he's never discovered one or something like that, or what?
Oh no.
Yeah, you would talking to him, you would think so.
Questions about it?
Who do you interview? What? Tell me about your show there, Chuck.
Well, my show consists of authors that write books, of course, and artists that play music, and it doesn't matter what kind of artist it is. I'm just an entertainer myself, and back before I had my neck removed, I was a musician, of course, and that's how I stayed in I guess you could say that's how I got into the podcast business. Was I had my own outrig going on, and so I utilized it myself and became a podcaster that way. I didn't even know what a podcast was when I started talking about doing a podcast show. Never even heard of the word podcast until I turned the computer on and somebody said, "Hey, you ever thought about doing a podcast?"
Well, this is where somebody says, "Yeah, that's the whole world."
That's right. You learn a lot, I tell you, man. It's I have met some interesting people since I've been doing this, and I've learned a lot since I've been doing this. And
have you ever had a guest that you just hated?
No, never.
What?
No, not yet. Anyway,
that's no fun.
Well, I know it's I'm flexible. That's my problem. I'm flexible, so I can get along with anybody that's out there. And
you can't be too flexible. You don't have a neck.
Well, I'm pretty well flexible as far as the neck down. I mean,
boing.
That's right. I've got that. Yeah, boing. Yeah. So what makes your show the Chris Break show?
Nicole.
Nicole.
This is Colin. This is some guy named Chris Break. Yeah, I mean, you know, what are you gonna do?
Chuck, what did you do? Like you said, you were an entertainer, you know, before all it started.
Right.
What did you do, or how did you like get into, you know, the business, you know, of networking with people and stuff like that?
Well, I was already into music and producing CDs for other people as well as my own, and I played all over the country for us music wise. I mean, when I say all over the country, I mean in my area, like Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi, in that area. And I didn't go too far because I had a job. So, you know, I stayed working there and doing the entertainment business as well. I started meeting a lot of people and playing music with different people, and it was awesome deal. And I just kept on going by having my own equipment to do podcasting with. So that's pretty much the work.
What the hell are you doing moving
there.
sheetrock? That's some serious work.
Yes, sir. That was back in my younger days. I tell you, it's
you get workers' comp for that, or some insurance they pay you?
Well, at first they did, and then we signed some paperwork, and then they said goodbye, and that was it.
Did you get money?
$2 or $3 off the deal, I think. They've stuck my neck out for a couple of dollars.
Yeah. Well, at least you got something. I mean, hopefully at least paid for all of it. That's
right. Well, I say it paid for all of it. I didn't know that it would be like this many years later. You know, my spine at the neck shoulder area actually split, and I started losing all my fluids, and that's why I became paralyzed. I was paralyzing as the time went
that's
until
the
I had my
worst.
surgery.
That's like flowers for Algernon.
Oh yes, it was bad. It was real bad. So, but I got with the right people and the right time, and they healed me, and I'm still healing. So that's what I'm doing now is healing and podcasting. So
I knew a guy.
You can hit them snares again.
I knew a guy who got in a car accident, and he fucked up his wrist real bad.
Right.
But he didn't have health insurance, so when he went to work, he acted like he did at work.
Right.
Oh, that was a good idea.
And then was able to get his work to pay for it.
Right. Yeah, I seen a guy. I was going to therapy with a guy that fell off a ladder while he was painting the ceiling of a hospital. And I don't know how tall the ladder was, but evidently it was way up there. And when he fell off of it, he crushed his wrist and broke several bones in his arm. And he had pins and stuff sticking out of his skin to operate his fingers. They were on like wires and stuff. And I'm like, wow, I thought I had problems. You can see yours. You can't see mine, but you can see yours.
That sounds like
really
a
crazy.
Tim Burton drawing.
Yes, it had, I mean, it was coming out of the skin to his fingers. And I'm like, wow, I've seen stuff like that in movies, but I've never seen it in real life. And that was wicked. But his fingers were working. I mean, he's probably a heck of a musician at that, you know.
Just don't look down. Fingers are doing fine.
That happened.
That's right. Tune up your fingers and let's go.
That happened to the Reverend Peyton. The Reverend Peyton couldn't play the Delta Blues, and he had this, cartilage or something weird in his hand, or that had nothing to do with it. I don't know, but anyway, he had this thing in his hand, but he didn't want to get the surgery because he was scared. And then finally he got it, and then he was able to play guitar the way he does now.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like getting something in his hand removed. He's a super superior being. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's an augmented man.
Technologically enhanced.
Yeah, like who's that guy? I don't know if he lost his arm or his legs, but he's a rock climber. And it's actually some people say
saw it off.
Some people say he got in a rock climbing accident, but he still continues to rock climb. I think that's how he lost his legs or his arms, something like that. But no, not 127 hours. This guy continued to rock climb, but he found that and people were accusing him of cheating. You know, said you have an advantage because because he was missing limbs because he was able to create tools. You know, like as what do you call those? What are those things you wear? The prosthetics. Right. You know, like he was able to create special tools developed for rock climbing that could take advantage of not having limbs,
like a hook or something.
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I can see what they're saying. You know, your arm is a hook. You know, you're not allowed to.
When they're like, you have an advantage, and he was like, advantage. Yeah, you're lucky to cut. You're welcome to cut your leg off.
Yeah. If they're probably just mad that he's beating him or something.
Some podcast I was listening to.
Well, I say that mine is titanium, but
like
I have been ducked underneath the bed when a lightning storm come through. So I had to ask the doctor that question. I said, when I left this hospital, I wasn't thinking straight. I was just ready to go home, and I didn't think to ask you when a lightning storm comes through, where do I need to be?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
He said I was grounded, so
nice.
He said I was good. So, but I have went into Wal-Mart, and of course a lot of people do, but they wouldn't make the money if nobody went into Walmart, would they? But anyway, I went into Walmart.
But they say that
alarm went off.
Walmart is the shit. The alarm went off.
Alarm went off, and I thought, that it might have been me that set the alarm off, but I don't know that it was. But I've been into several other Walmarts that didn't, or any other stores that didn't. But I've also been through a courthouse where they do that little old machine they use to scrape up and down your legs and stuff, metal detector thing, and it went off. So I don't know if it was my neck or what was making it go off, but it went off.
Wow.
Yeah, they let me go through. I had to show them that I had surgery. Of course, I had to unbutton my shirt and show it to them. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, what happens? I guess it depends if you're corporations. I was asking these CVS guys about this. I like to talk to those guys. The third shift guys who don't give a fuck. People obviously steal from them. So I like to find out what the proper etiquette is. Like, if you're walking out of CVS and the alarm beeps, what are you supposed to, what do you do? And what do you think the answer is?
Stop.
Keep walking out.
Well, what's the employee supposed to do?
Inspect you, I guess.
Yeah. But he has you can't, you're allowed to walk away. He's instructed to not go after you.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially at night, though, man. Like, it's different at nighttime. They even, they pay people more at night, because of that danger,
Right.
It's extra dangerous for him to go after somebody at
I thought they paid you more because it was an inconvenience night. Working night sucks.
I don't know. I thought it was, it sucks, and more people are more likely to come in and steal and stuff like that.
Well, is there a safety zone when you're working in a convenience store?
And then not here, it's wide open.
Right. It's the power down here has gone.
The power down here.
That's right. And you can't even go into a funeral home without looking and ducking. You know what I'm saying?
Who's going into a funeral home?
Right.
Yeah. It's day and times we're living in.
Funeral homes.
That's bad when you can't even go to a funeral home without ducking down. That was a figure of speech, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have to figure that one out.
I went to a haunted house in a funeral home once.
A haunted house in a funeral home?
Yeah, that was pretty creepy.
Yeah, I imagine that was. I had a girlfriend once that lived in a funeral home that was an abandoned funeral home. They used it for a rent house, and I used to have to go see her at the funeral home. Well, of course, it was her house.
What funeral home? Funeral home. Going to the funeral home. Got me a coffin, shiny and black. I'm going to the funeral and I'm never coming back. Now, what did it look like inside the funeral home? Did it look like a house or it looked like an old funeral home?
Well, you couldn't really tell, to be honest with you. It had a living room. Of course, I don't know if they remodeled it or what they done to it, but, it did kind of resemble a funeral home, but they had a front porch on it and all. I don't know how it looked when it was a funeral home, but it looked like a house when I was there.
Did it have a chimney?
It's called a home anyway, so, Yeah, it did. I believe it did have a chimney, to be honest with you.
Was it in the middle of the room? Did they use it for did they have, the crematorium?
Yeah, right. I believe it did. And that's perfectly honest. I believe they did. They sure did.
Fucked.
Yes, it is. It's messed up.
They can't clean. I guarantee they didn't clean that well enough to get rid of all the fucking remains.
I didn't even think about that whenever I seen that. I was kind of leery of going in there in the first place, and I've got a fear of mine about funeral homes and graveyards.
Funeral home. I'm going to the funeral home. Got me a coffin, it's shiny and black. I'm going to the funeral, I'm never coming back. Funeral home. Funeral home.
Well, that's an album there, man.
Now, you turned your tragedy into a children's book.
Yes, I did. I sure did.
You wouldn't think that, but you did. And Waylon Jennings, he's a modeled character, right?
Right. I grew up listening to Waylon Jennings, and I walked to a TGNY store in my hometown to buy the first album that he ever put out. Well, I say he ever put out. The first album I ever bought was a Waylon Jennings album.
Do you know this song?
No road too long. 'Cause there ain't no road too long.
You know that one?
I don't know if I know that one or not.
Waylon Jennings.
It's from Follow That Bird, and it's awesome.
Okay. I would have to really think about that one, though, because I really don't know that one.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised, because I know Waylon Jennings.
Hey, Follow That Bird has a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right.
Yeah. So just in case you forgot how awesome it was, or you're curious if it holds the test of time, I will attest to you that I have it on DVD, and I watched it last week.
Watched it last week.
That is true. 100%.
Right.
Now, what's the story in the children's book? Like, that's a pretty dark subject,
Well,
I'm getting paralyzed.
My doctor asked me to write a book on
Pick
my.
up your feet. Follow your beat.
I don't know.
Listen to me, son.
I found out a long time ago.
There we go.
You recognize that?
Yes, when
recognize
go.
You do.
Don't dwell on the bad times once they're past. That kind of thing can get you nowhere fast.
That's right.
'Cause there ain't no mountain you can't climb. If you hang on tight and just make up your mind. Once you set your heart to moving on, son, there ain't no road too long. Don't look back, don't you turn around.
Just keep your eye on where you're bound.
And you're bound to get from here to there. 'Cause a dream can take you anywhere.
Whoa, take me to cookies.
'Cause there ain't no mountain you can't climb. If you hang on tight and just make up your mind.
And once you set your heart to moving on, then there is no road too long. And you can count the telephone poles. 1 telephone pole, 2 telephone poles, 3 telephone poles, 4 telephone poles.
Oscar, this isn't Route 12. Oh no!
I never promised you a rose, sir.
This movie's awesome.
Oh, we're gonna find him, all right, Bert.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember what color he is?
What?
He's yellow.
Honey.
'Cause there ain't no mountain you can climb. If you hang on tight and just make up your mind. And once you set your heart to moving on,
your mind. Once you set your heart to moving on,
Sing it.
there ain't no road too long. There ain't no road too long.
There ain't no road too long.
Oh, there ain't no road too
You're right. If I just keep on going, everything will turn out fine.
Just keep on going.
Now, was that the attitude that kind of made you go through your transformation and then make it into a children's book? You know, is that the kind?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There ain't no road too long. That described it right there. You know, it was the short end of the tunnel, but there ain't no road too long.
So hey, it's that Waylon Jennings song. It applies.
It does. It does. It really does.
And Big Bird.
Sounds like a good role model.
It does. Yeah. What inspired me the most on my book was the fact that the doctor told me to write a book on my condition, how I let it go so long, and the matters that came out of it, and so I was really undecided on writing a story about myself, and I didn't know how that would work out. So I wrote a children's book called Jim Bob Stories.
Hey, Jim Bob.
And that's what it's called, Jim Bob Stories, and it's based off of a couple of heroes, I guess you could say, of mine. Waylon Jennings is one, and Jim Bob from
the
Waltons.
Jim Bob from the Waltons is a hero.
Is a hero. He's my hero. He was one of the bunch that didn't really say a lot. You know, he was always the quiet kind. But
so you're not Jim Bob.
I'm not Jim Bob.
You know, Chuck. You know what I find weird?
Yes, sir. What do you find weird?
And I want to know if you guys are the same here. I think I could probably name the majority of all the characters on Sesame Street.
Yes, sir.
But I couldn't tell you the names of any of the humans.
Right.
What's that about?
I don't understand that one myself.
They weren't fun, I guess.
Like the black guy with the bald head and the mustache. I like that guy. You know, I don't know his name. Is it Maurice or something? I hope it is.
You know, it's been so long. I don't know myself.
Do you guys?
You're right about that. It's the characters do ring a bell, but the rest of them don't. And I agree with you 100% on that one.
How did you learn to walk again? Like, how just rehab, I guess, just one step at a time, or is that something you did on your own?
No, sir, it wasn't something I did on my own, and I don't know exactly how to explain it, but it was like my mind couldn't tell my legs what to do.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I totally forgot how to do anything. And it was really hard to regain conscience of my mind on telling my body what to do. It was like my mind went to sleep and so did my body, and they just woke up in two different places, seems like, you know, and it just took me forever to
It sounds like a horror film.
Oh, man, it was. It was a living horror film.
Man, I'm glad. So you're not in pain anymore?
Oh, yes, sir. Every day.
Oh, well, fuck. I was going to say I'm glad that you're not.
Right. No, sir. Every day I live in pain, but I guess it could be worse. I don't know, you know, what it would be like if I was paralyzed.
Are you healthy? What's your BMI?
Overall, I get around. From time to time, I hurt worse than others, but
Are you obese?
No, not at all. I lost a lot of weight whenever all this happened. But
did you know that 40 Ounce Pimp is coming to the Crawfish Festival in Louisiana?
No, I didn't.
No, he's not, though. Apparently, it's already happened.
He said he was.
Yeah, I guess he says he's playing places and he's not really going.
So you looked it up, the Crawfish Festival, and it was like a month ago.
Yeah, I think it was May. Which, you know, that was last month.
Are you talking about the Crawfish Festival in Shreveport or where?
Yes.
Yes, I think that did go on last month.
So you live there, right?
Right, I live in Shreveport, but I don't do hardly anything downtown anymore.
Well, 40 and Jack said they were rolling through in the 40 Ounce Pimp Mobile, and he was going to make appearances, and all the kids could come up and take pictures with them.
Oh, wow.
Well,
no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, well, apparently not. This thing was in May. And the date that he said Saturday, right? The 17th or something, or the 16th?
I don't remember the date.
It was a Saturday, right? I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday.
I was writing down what he's saying, so I'm
sure you wrote it on the website. Anyway, so I told Dale, I was like, dude, look, because I was like, look at 40's face. He's on Facebook. He's got this gnarly black eye now, and then 2 days later, now his nose is all bloodied and scratched up and skinned.
What happened?
He said this. Well, John Luther punched him in the face, and then a few days later, he was walking at the flea market, and he was in shitty slippers and tripped on the gravel and fell. That's what he said.
That's his story, and he's sticking to it. Huh?
Yeah, I think there was probably some pharmaceuticals or something involved.
Right.
Or some alcoholic beverages. But there must be if you're in your slippers at a flea market.
Well, you don't think he might have got the slippers at the flea market?
Well, that would mean that he went there barefooted, or he's carrying around a pair of shoes.
True.
Which, if there's anyone who would do that.
But if you end up barefooted at a flea market on gravel, I think I, too, would look for slippers as soon as possible.
Most definitely.
Because slippers were probably the cheapest because they're not a full shoe.
Well, I mean, you can find some decent slippers at a flea market, I would think. You don't think you could?
Well, yes, but they're half a shoe.
Oh, they're half a shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, for slippers, right. I wear them old man shoes.
I haven't been to a flea market in years, Chuck. What about you, Nicole? Because I want to know, because last time I went, there was a situation where they're selling, like Calvin Klein, and just how long ago it was Calvin Klein and like Tommy Hilfiger shirts, but when you look at the tag, it says Fruit of the Loom.
Mm-hmm. Bootlegs.
Yeah. Like, do they still do that?
That's where you go to get the Jokleys.
I think so. Nicole, what do you think?
That's where you get the what, Jake?
The Jokleys.
The Jokleys.
Folkleys?
The Oakleys. Yeah, Folkleys. Adidas with the extra S.
4 stripes. No. Hold on. Now, Nicole, you get to go to Chinatown, don't you?
Well, I could. It's not too far away, but...
They get all kinds of stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, they have all kinds of, shopping and everything like that.
I wish we had that around here, because that's what I missed. We've taken the train from Jersey to the city, and there were people just walking on the trains, like, holding up DVDs, like just holding them up with a backpack full of them,
Yeah,
and you could see, what new movies they had. Yeah, I enjoy that.
I think that happened to me once downtown. It was like $3 for a DVD or something. Well, no, that was in Chicago. I'm sorry, in Chicago.
In what is that? It was Jersey City by the train stop or whatever. They had this guy. This was like a little more low key, a little more structured. I don't know. Anyway, so this guy just had a huge box full of DVDs just sitting there, on the sidewalk, but he was standing like maybe 6 feet away from him. If you walk up and you start looking at him, he'll kind of walk by and be like, $5.
Yeah.
And then, but he'll get mad if you try and hand him the money.
Well,
like right in front or something.
Oh, man, for whatever. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. But in Central Park, it looks like fucking Blockbuster Video. Like, they'll set up racks. Right? I'm serious.
Yeah,
well,
I saw
I
that
have
in
sold
Europe.
some videos on flea market, and I made pretty good.
So you do that?
Yeah, I bought me some slippers with the money I made.
Some what?
I bought some slippers with the money I made.
Is that a fact?
No, sir. But I did have some
good.
DVDs.
I ruined your joke. I'm sorry. That was really funny.
I bought me some DVDs for my grandson. I don't even remember, some Thomas the Train. That's what it was. And I ordered them from California, and they got in. And whenever they came in, well, my grandson didn't want the movies. He wanted the money that I spent on the movies, so I gave him the money and I sold the DVDs.
Then you find yourself becoming a bootlegger.
Right, and that's how I did it.
That, my friend, is the day I became a pirate.
Right, and I bought me some slippers with it.
So you're from you're kind of from the country. What do you think about the city? Like Nicole lives in New York.
We don't want to hear about that. Nobody, Chuck. No offense. Nobody wants to hear your answer to that question, right?
Well, I don't know if you want to hear about the country or the city. Which part of it do you want?
See?
Well, I'm from the country, so to speak, and I've seen countryer country than what I live in, though. And I have been in New York, so.
So here's the other thing. 40 said Saturday, and then Dale J's like, oh, man, Friday's when I haven't booked. He's like, do you think this is going to be hell hosting him? If you can't remember the dates? Sorry. I remember the second half of that. Thanks so much for coming on, Chuck.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
What do you need? Like, what do you want? Do you want shows to contact you? Do you want to play shows on your station?
Yeah, sure, man. Bring them on.
In-house production and recording.com. Is that the best way?
That's one of the ways. The other way is CD Pro Radio. That's the station site, which is a blog site. In-house production and recording was the first to come about, so therefore I use
the letter
that
N. It's a letter N.
Right, letter N. Right.
Yeah, but what'd you say? CDProRadio.com.
Yes, sir. CDProRadio.com.
Like compact disc.
It's right. Compact disc, and that's exactly what the meaning of it was supposed to be. And whenever we get kicked off and have an awards on our radio show, we're going to call it the CPR Award.
I thought that's called CD. I thought it was Christ Disciples.
It could be. We could probably use that, but no, it's CD Pro Radio, and it's a good station
I like
to come on. And
Cosmic Daddy Radio.
Hey, that'll work. That'll work. As long as there's some music playing, it'll work. Especially Waylon Jennings.
Yo, it's your boy Chucky D on CD Radio.
That's right, CD Pro.
Pro.
Yeah, right. Well, I certainly am glad y'all invited me to come be on your show, and I hope I taught y'all something if you were looking to be taught, but I don't think you need to be taught anything. Y'all got it all under control yourselves.
Well, we'll be in contact with you. And I want everybody else to know too, if you want to be on Strange Label and go live, you can. That's another option. Ooh.
Strange Label and go live. We can
strangelabel.com.
We can talk.
I probably should have said that after you got off.
Right.
CDProRadio.com.
Right. CDProRadio.com.
All right. Have a good night, sir.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
All right. Woo! Chuck Crenshaw. Nicole?
Yeah.
All right.
I thought you hung up.
No, but I think it's the end.
Okay.
I need to have a better way of doing this instead of just saying, hey, show's over. But it is. Maybe I should have made a hand signal to John. I should have just done the hand roll, the flip, like yada, yada, yada. Come on. All right. Thank you, Nicole, so much for hanging out with us.
Take care.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye. I'd like to thank Jake.
Thanks.
I'd like to thank Darrin Snider from Indy and Tune, Mike Moore from the Whitmore Full Dix Internet Radio program, live every Monday night on strangelabel.com after the Furnicast, and John G from 405 Media Group, and Kenny and Mike from Howie at the Coffee Shop.
Darrin.
I already thanked Darrin. You want to do it again?
You gotta thank him twice.
Darrin Snider from Indy and Tune, IndyandTune.com. And your boy Ritz Barker from Punk Rock Night to Meld In every Saturday night. Jake!
Yo.
Who do you want to thank?
Congratulations, Darrin Snider. It's awesome. Thanks, Ron at Radio Max Music.
Jeremy at
Couch Potato Nation. Market Tangent Mountain Network. Jack at the Mix FM.
Whoa. Let's slow this down.
All right, Market Tangent Bound Network, Jack at the Mix FM,
He's got
Zuma
out of control.
Peter at Loudtown Online Radio, Mike, oh yeah, that guy, from Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks.
What?
Internet radio program.
Were you trying to make a joke?
No.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
No, I listen to him every week.
Now he's going to listen to that. He's going to think, Jake hates me.
No, I don't hate you, Mike.
That's what he thinks.
Thanks, Tom at TalkStream Live.
Mike at IRN. Let me get one. Toby at Radio Blitz.
Mike at IRN Internet Radio Network.
The Mars Sound Man at United Sound
Tico
Choice.
at FJS Radio. Peter at Cornucopia Broadcasting. TJ at Deep Talk Radio. And Big Nate on the air at Cover Charge Radio. Off the air. Still.
Bum, bum, bum.
What?
Okay, thank you very much. I hope you play it, and I know this is recording, and I hope you play it. See you guys.